Hi everyone, we're here at the Duluth Harbor. Behind us is the bridge where the iron ore boats, all the boats pass under.
Yeah.
What do you think of this harbor?
It's there.
Yeah.
For the steamboat trade with an eye on the wick and a whistle to the ships that are bound for the bay, running for a lee. I'm the keeper of the light of Michigan Island, the candle in the night for the steamboat trade with an eye on the wick and a whistle to the ships that are bound for the bay, running for a lee. On a trip the earth with us, and we packed our family. We sail with open water for the season of the keeper's duty. We'll get by regulation by 10 a.m. each day. We clean the lands and lanterns that will light ships on their way.
We're here at the Duluth Harbor. This bridge raises and lowers. You can see that it's slowly going down now because the Duluth cruise ship is just going out. But that's how all the boats go in and out at the Duluth port, including the iron ore boats that come here that would go all the way up. Because it was just this small cruise ship, it only went up partially. Only had to get high enough to handle this boat that's going out now. This is the lighthouse here in Duluth. And over here is the Duluth shoreline with Lake Superior. That's the cruise boat out here. And we're going to take a walk. They have a beautiful lake walk here. And we'll show you that. My brother and my mother were with us, and Kathy's wearing a funny hat that she was given.
Don't rub it in, it's mine.
It's a beautiful lake walk. Kathy and I have stayed at this hotel before.
Yeah.
When I come back, my mother's about an hour and a half drive from here in Bayfield, and so we've come up here and stayed at the hotel, which is right down in the heart of all the restaurants and the lake walk and shops and whatnot. Still in the 60s. This is October 6th. It's about 63, 64 degrees right now. But this gets brutal in the winter. And they've redone the lake walk here. The erosion, you can see all the rocks that they've had here, but sometimes in really bad weather, Lake Superior comes up and over. 2012 being the worst one in recent times.
Yes.
But we've been down here where the walkway is all torn up and has to be redone again, and they just keep redoing it because it's a beautiful area.
Yes.
Lots of nice shops and restaurants and hotels all along it. Further out the lake walk here, we're going to get to Bob Dylan Park. But Bob Dylan was born in Duluth, Minnesota, just like my brother and I were. There is a park up here that he did return to here about 10 years ago and performed a concert. But this is Bob Dylan's hometown. You can see one of the buildings that were out here that the erosion of the lake took back. And there's a number of them out here. Out here you can see the old factory building, and I'll tell you about it when we get up there, but that is the old Fitgers. That's how far we're going to walk today. The trail goes much further. It actually follows the lakefront all the way through, all the way to the north side of Duluth, and then crosses the road. And my brother just did one of the e-bikes here a couple of weeks ago or something, and And it goes a lot farther, all the way up to Two
Yeah,
Harbors, or
no, that it won't do. You have to follow the highway after a certain point.
okay, yeah, but it goes a long distance. But today we're just going to take it up here to the Fitgers. What was Fitgers? What did they produce?
Brewery.
It was a brewery.
I think so.
I think they have been craft breweries in since then, and there's hotel in there. There's restaurants, coffee shops, things like that now. But I'll have to look up to see what it was originally. I don't know what that is. It's just about 1 o'clock here in Duluth. It could be a siren that they play every day. That's the old North Shore train that comes from the depot right here in Duluth. It's probably just taking a scenic cruise up to Two Rivers or whatnot. We've been on the cruise when our boys were young, or on the train ride when our boys were young. But they do a number of sightseeing. It's a real nice train ride. It follows the North Shore. And you can see this retaining wall here on the lake walk, right on the lake. And you can see the artwork that they have put on it to make it a little bit more pleasant. There's a little park up there. There's a road. These are the tracks where the train that I just recorded went down. The Minnesota North Shore Scenic Railway, which really is only for tourists today. But you can see the nice artwork. They got boats up there, steamboats, a nautical theme. So the wall is actually called the Lake Place Image Wall. The wall contains more than 50 images from the photographs in the collection of the Lake Superior Maritime Museum, now housed in the library at the University of Wisconsin-Superior. This is Fitger's. I will find out what they originally made. It was an old factory from the 1800s and into the early 1900s that has been long out of business. Quite a few years ago, but much more recently than when it was the factory. They put in a boutique hotel, which is beautiful. The shops, several restaurants, and snack bars, ice cream parlor, a lot of touristy things, and it has thrived ever since. It struggled a little bit during the coronavirus time. Anybody in the hospitality industry really had a hard time making a go of things. But it has survived. It's reopened again now. And it's a beautiful place. If you're going to stay in Duluth, this would have been our preference here a couple of years ago. But I have tried to get in for the last 3 years when we come up and visit. And you can see Fitger's beer. That's a craft brewery that was put in much later. And you can see people sitting up and out of the rooms up here, out on the balconies. But it's a beautiful old building, and I'm so glad that they got the use out of it. Overlooks the lake, so your rooms overlook the lake here, the open water, but they also overlook the Port of Duluth. But you can see my mother's still pretty mobile. My father passed away about 7-8 years ago now. But my mother's still in good health and just as ornery as ever. But she's traveling with us to Arizona this winter. Like she has, this will be the 4th winter since I retired that we went south. Last year was an abbreviated trip to Florida, only because we waited to get vaccinated, which we didn't get vaccinated our second shots till March 4th. And by March 5th, we went down to Florida and
For the steamboat trade with an eye on the wick and a whistle to the ships that are bound for the bay, running for a lead. I'm the keeper of the light on Michigan Island, the candle in the night for the steamboat trade with an eye on the wick and a whistle to the ships that are bound for the bay, running for a lead. Father took me off the province, and we packed our family. We sailed the open water for the season of the keeper's duty. We live by regulation by 10 a.m. each day. We clean the lands and